Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we actually have some problems with the 6.0. So here in a little bit, I gotta go do some stuff, but figured I'd intro this video before I forgot. We actually have a little bit of an issue, and I'll show you all that real quick. Not great. So, as y'all know, a couple months ago now, we put the KG1s and Furies on this truck. Brand new wheels. Now they're dirty from sitting down here getting rained on. But if we come back here and look, and it's a little better because we washed it the other day and tried to clean as much off as we could. But if you look at this one in particular, all the rusty in the barrel. Now, I've only put, now if y'all remember, these I've only put like 150 miles on these, maybe. The fronts still have the little nipples on them, if that tells you anything. So this shouldn't be this bad. Now, I think I know what happened. Had this happen before on this truck on the front, and the calipers stuck. Now the brake pads that I did have were brand new, wasn't a big deal. It just dusted up the wheels terribly when I had the platinum wheels, but these definitely show it a little more. And if you see my hand, I apologize. I'm trying to keep the wind noise out of the camera, but I'm thinking this caliper stuck, and I mean, it's chewed up the rotor a bit. You can look back in there. Yeah, there you go. So, like I said, a little rusty because it's been sitting, but not good. So, I think it chewed all the way through the pads and down into metal, and that is what's all over the wheel. The other side is not like that. And again, I hand washed these the other day to try to get some of that out. As you can see, this one's nice and clear, other than some water spots and some dust from rain. But yeah, not ideal. And now we have a plane flying over, but not ideal. And again, these are dirty from setting, but I can hand wash them again. That's not a big deal. We need to wash the whole truck anyway. But I think what we're gonna do is either today or tomorrow, depending on what time we get back, probably put this in the shop, pull that back driver's side wheel off, and take a look and see if we can figure out what the deal was. So, I mean, like I said, we'll pull it in the shop, get that back wheel off, see if we can figure out what is the deal, why there's rust in my wheel, all that kind of stuff. So I actually do have some stuff in here that I ordered to try to polish these with, but I didn't expect to use it like this. So we'll try to get these cleaned up. I think what I might do is, if it did chew through the pads, I've been looking at upgraded brakes on this for this. So I don't want to buy new factory stuff when I might upgrade. So what I might do is, see, my birthday is it's not even 2 weeks anymore. Today's Sunday. It will be a week in a few days. It's on Thursday. But I really want to drive this, is what I'm getting at here. So what I might do is throw just a cheap set of pads on the back, that, well, cheap ceramic pads, no metallic pads that dust up wheels. But I might get just a cheap set, throw on it, and if it eats through them, it's not a big deal. Because like I said, I do want to get upgraded brakes for this guy anyway. So that's kind of that. But anyway, like I said, we're gonna run and do some stuff, and when we get back, if it's a decent time, we'll throw this in the shop and see if we can figure out what is the deal back there. All right, so it's been a while since I started this whole thing. Let's see what kind of a cold start we get on this one. I mean, it's not super cold today, but not bad. Nice and healthy. So, like I said, we're gonna get this thing down to the shop and go ahead. And if you hear that, that is my exhaust rattling. We need to get that fixed at some point too. But like I said, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing to the shop and go ahead and get started. All right, so got the truck in here. Got it on jack stand there, jack stand up under there. And went ahead, popped the wheel and tire off, and these nice spike lug nuts that are like 3 weeks old that now have rust embedded into them, which is lovely. Same thing with those. The back side of those are pretty rough. I mean, they're pretty rough all the way around, and they most definitely need a few cleanings before that probably is gone. But anyway, got this off now, as you can see by the rust. Now it has been raining and whatnot, but besides the point, we got pretty good little groove here. Well, I mean, you can see that on the camera. It's not as bad as it looks on camera for whatever reason, but there's a bit of a groove there. I mean, it's kind of all over, but that's like the main little groove, but it's not like terrible. If I really wanted to, I could probably take these and get them turned, but like I said, I'm looking at getting upgraded brakes for all around this thing, so not too concerned with making it like perfect. The main thing I want to do is I want to drive this on my birthday, so we're just trying to see if we can make something work here. But if you look in here, and we are going to pop this caliper off and look at these pads, but if you look down in there, there ain't much there. So like I said, we're kind of thinking that this caliper stuck and ate the pads, because these pads, when we put these on, weren't near that bad. So like I said, we're thinking this caliper might have stuck, or the pads had worn enough to where they run out too far and they didn't want to come back in, so it stuck a little bit. Not exactly sure, but anyway, like I said, we're going to pull this caliper off. I'm going to go put a different shirt on, but we're going to pull this caliper off, take a look at everything, and see what we got. All right, so got the caliper off. Now, always tie your calipers up. I see people all the time with these automotive YouTube channels who take calipers off and they just let them hang. Don't. That's a good way to ruin brake lines, and typically you don't know it until your caliper sticks or something stupid happens. So it takes 10 seconds, tie that up somewhere and have it out of the way and not just dangling. Because that ball of fluid on a rubber line, even a stainless line, is not a good thing. But anyway, so we got, this is one of the pads that came out of this side here. The other one is wedged down between the caliper bracket and the rotor. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to take that bracket off, get it out of the way, and then it should give us room to, if that is stuck in the bracket, we'll have to hammer it out. But it should just fall out when we take the bracket itself off. Alright, so it's actually a little worse than, well, I hoped for. If we're being completely honest. So, as you can see, I have a large C-clamp and one of the old brake pads trying to push the caliper back in, and it will not. I mean, we cranked on this thing and it will not go. So, it's not what I had hoped. Now, like I said, I want to upgrade this. So I got to decide, do I want to go just buy a new caliper? Advanced Auto in Conway, they have them. I believe they have them. I looked. I don't remember if they have them there or not. But anyway, pads, for just some cheap pads, are like 50 bucks, 40, 50 bucks. And the caliper without a bracket, that bracket, there's nothing wrong with the bracket. But the caliper down there with cores like 140, 150. So, and I mean, then at that, the rotors are pretty rough. You can see we started putting some WD-40 on this one to help try to break it loose easier when we get to that. Oops, there's some kicking bolts around here. But if you look on the back side here, the back side of this is even worse than the front side. So, like I said, I got to figure out what exactly I want to do here. So for the time being, what we're going to do is, I have those stock wheels over there. I'm going to throw one of them on here. I need to get the 420 out, take it up to the powder coat shop. So I have to roll this out, 420 out, and then back this back in. And then, like I said, in the meanwhile, I'll figure out what I want to do there. Or another option, possibly, is to run to a junkyard. See if I can find one at a junkyard. Just grab it for quick, you know, something quick and cheap. Just, like I said, I just want to drive this thing on my birthday is the main reason why we're doing all of this. Because I have been talking to a few companies possibly about working on something for the brakes for this. So, like I said, we might do that. Just go to a junkyard, get something cheap, throw on here so it works, and then we should be good to drive it. But we'll see. I'll figure out what I want to do. Really, it doesn't make sense to go and spend, you know, $200-300 for stuff that might be replaced anyway. I haven't priced a caliper or a rotor, so it might be even more than that. But anyway, we're going to have to get this wheel clean. This is one hand wash. It did look like this all over, which is absolutely terrible on these like brand new wheels. So we're going to have to clean this at some point. We need to get this whole wheel cleaned up. But like I said, I got the platinum wheels here that I'm going to throw on just to move the truck. No need messing with this heavy guy for something that's going to have to come right back off. And that's why I like keeping stock wheels for stuff like this. So go ahead, like I said, get one of these and throw on. Have to find the stock lug nuts for these wheels, but I'll get this here thrown on. We'll just leave the brake stuff hanging. It should be fine. Because like I said, I'm going to roll it straight out and then back it right back in. So, like I said, we should be fine to leave that. We'll take that clamp off and whatnot. Like I said, those are already ruined, so we're not worried about hurting them. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to do some moving around, collect all these bolts and everything, and go ahead, throw that on here, and get this thing pulled up in here. All right, so here we have it. We just turned 420 sideways. Got this in here. Stock wheel, 4 lug nuts on it, just to roll it up in here. So anyway, we got, I got some thinking to do. I say we, I got some thinking to do. I'll figure it out. So, got a few tools. We might run to a salvage yard and see. But, like I said, I'm going to do some thinking and see what I can figure out. But, anyway, guys, I think that is going to be a wrap for this one. So, with that being said, if y'all enjoyed today's video or found it helpful, please drop a like and comment down below. Smash that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope everybody has a great day.